We're going to be joining two squares. I'm using a contrasting color yarn so that you can see what I'm doing. I have two squares worked with the crossed stitch here. I'm going to join them wrong sides together because I'm going to be joining with a single crochet, and that's a decorative join, so I want my joining to show on the front of it. I'm going to make sure that my corner here, my two corners are together, and I'm going to insert my hook through both layers, through both squares, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through two to make a single crochet. Alternatively, you could make a slip stitch, chain one, and then start your single crochets. I prefer to just start off with the single crochet myself. Now what I'm going to do is line up my stitches to make sure my first, there's the same number of stitches on both squares in this case. So I'm going to insert my hook through the first double crochet of the first square, and also both layers, both loops of the square, the stitch on the second square, and I'm going to pull through both those layers and make a single crochet. Then I'm going to make sure my second stitch is also lined up. See them lined up here. There's my two stitches. I'm going to go into the top one and the bottom one, and I'm going to make a single crochet, and I'm going to continue like that, making a single crochet, going through both layers, see, front and back of both squares. Got the square there. If I'm doing it correctly, when I get to the end, I should be in my last stitch. Remember, I'm going through both squares, stitches on both squares. See them here? Now, if your two squares are not the same, you may have to fudge on one of the squares to bring the stitches even. You might be not going into a space on one or whatever, depending upon your pattern. And this is my last double crochet. And then I'm back to the corner on both squares. See the corner there, the corner here. And I'm going to finish off with a single crochet there. So you can see. And you can see that these are both joined. Here's the back side. Here's the front. Now, if I was joining a bunch of squares, I'd want to make sure that they all lean in the same direction. Because if I do the next square and this is like this, then they won't look right. Plus, you have to go back and assuming that this is going to have more squares here. See, if I'm putting another square here, I want them to be able to join it this way as well, your columns and your rows. So that's a join with a single crochet.